All right, let's talk about the crime community and Zav Girl. What's going on? I don't know. I hear Zav Girl sold a bunch of autopsy photos and made 100 grand within a couple of months or something. I don't know if that's true, but that is the talk of these YouTube channels, how they exploit dead people and children for money. We're watching these people and they're going after child traffickers and exploiters and all this. And here all along, they're the ones that are exploiting and making tons of money off of photos and people's photos and private conversations and screenshots and chitty chitty bang bangs. So, yeah, I would say something's up. Is it how many of them? Oh, it's a giant ring, folks. Thousands and thousands and thousands of them. A big organization, gang, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I was shocked myself. Zav Girl. I mean, everybody watches Zav Girl once in a while, right? Everybody watches her once in a while. Uh, so I've even watched Zav Girl. And for them to come out and say she went ahead and made 300,000 in a couple months off of autopsy photos of a kid's death, autopsy photos of a kid. I don't know if it's true. If it is true, I'm telling you, you know what? Sheriff Carter in Delphi came right out and told us we're watching these folks right in front of us on social media. They claim to be all this. They're not making movies. They're not. They're. This is what they claim. We got all these guys out there. We got Ernie Shell. I'm surprised Ernie Shell ain't walking around with a military jacket full of medals. He's Ernie Shell has been so knee deep in crap. He should have 20 Purple Hearts. And it trickled all the way down with all these creators. They all jumped on board. They thought it was scripted. It wasn't. It was a scam, a Potsy scam, almost like a Madoff scam. And all these creators have threatened people, gone nuts, gone crazy. I'm like, I'm making a movie out of it. It's going to make a great movie. And here all along, it's them. They're the ones orchestrating it. They're the ones diverting us away from the truth so they can grab the money and run, or get the kids out of there, or get the drugs out of whatever house or whatever. They create it. And they're all making money. No, once again, I don't know if that's true, what they're saying about Zav Girl. But if it is true, then this is where our problem lies. Here we are given information about cases and people that we think are authority, and they're not. There's some person that wants to be in control of the situation because they want to cover up what's going on. Right? We've seen that in the Kylie Rodney case. Remember that with the Smiths? They wanted to control the case in the Kylie Rodney case. Right? Why did they want to control the case? Why do these people want to control it? Because they're the ones doing it. We've spent a lot of money in studies on people that go in and create havoc, and then they say they can fix it. And then they fix it and they get the credit. But all along, we've been watching them. They were the ones that were creating it. We caught them. They were creating the problem and saying they can fix it. And that's what we are seeing. And we spent a lot of money, folks, on all these studies. Corruption, evil, the devil, whatever you want to call it. Hey, I got a disability, right? But I ain't that dumb to see what's going on in front of my face. A bunch of delusional madness that they created, psychosis that these people created, even our own neighborhoods, right? Even in our own neighborhoods, our own communities, our own apartment complexes, they created. I've been here 13 years. I ain't never seen it this bad. When I moved, I've been on YouTube 12 years, and I just started YouTube when I moved in here. I've been here longer than the people that took it over, the other management team or whatever psychopaths are. And I'm not the only one saying anything. There's tons of people that have been complaining to everybody. It's a zoo, and everyone laughs. And I'm like, yeah, but here's the thing. There's been people watching, and they're the ones in control to say, burn it down. And I think then people finally said, burn it down. Right? So we are under attack here in this small little town. Is it? Now, a lot of people have been saying it's a church cult, which I do believe it could be a church cult gone crazy. It could be a cartel. And how are they knowing everything? Because they're here. They might be in control of the office. I don't know what it is, but this is why you've been hearing a lot of gunshots around in town, probably. This is probably why people been going nuts, is because, hey, all I've been doing is reporting it. And we've been proving it time and time again. Nothing gets done, then people get hurt. People take things into their own hands. People get hurt. And then the police come and they want to lock people up. And we're like, no, you're not locking them up. They called. They got no response. They were being attacked. And they were protecting themselves. Right? It's a justified kill. We're not locking them up. There ain't no way. They've already got them out of here and probably protected them or whatever. Who knows? But I do know this. It's called vigilantes. And, well, they do things when police don't. When everyone's getting the runaround and there ain't no justice being done, who do they call? The vigilante. And people laugh. They think it's a movie. No, it ain't, dudes. I'm trying to tell you folks, movies are real. And soon enough, you'll see that there are vigilantes. A group of them. Some of them work for money. Some of them don't. They just take justice in their own hands. We got to put up with that. Citizens, law-abiding citizens. We don't go out at night. Why? Because the Lord saith, do not walk into the dark. Well, I ain't going out into the dark. If you folks want to go outside in the dark, well, go right ahead. But I ain't an idiot. We lock the doors around here, and if we hear stuff outside, we protect ourselves, or they call the police or whatever. We got a serious problem. Everyone knows it. They're trying to cover it up. We won't let them cover it up. We got big people in on this. News, lawyers, FBI, CIA, Homeland Security. We even got Trump going. We even got Bobby Kennedy coming in. We got a bunch of the big baller bands coming into Indiana this month coming up in August and September. We really ain't got time for this madness. I try and tell them, but they don't. They just tell me, take your medication. I'm like, my medication almost killed me. I quit taking it because it almost killed me. They want it. They're driving people nuts. I keep telling them. And some of these people are saying the cops are corrupt. Don't even talk to the cops. Call up hired. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. There's no way. But I'm seeing a bunch of stuff going on in front of my face. I've been filming it. I even got photos when it went nuts and people were dying around here. And they put it up on big poster boards covering the name of this place saying Trump owned it. It was a political madhouse, and this is what happens. Believe me, the government is ready to burn down these small little towns, anthrax them, whatever. The government won't stand down the federal government and give two shits about a little state. The U.S. military will come in and kick the shit out of all yous, right? Because you folks are being labeled domestic, terrorist, organization, crimes, RICO acts going on you, all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be a zoo, but thank God we're talking to other countries. We're not going to war with China. Are you people nuts? Do you want to pay $700 for a roll of toilet paper? No, we're not going to war with China. We're not going to war with Russia. Nothing, you idiots. There you go. Will I call the police again if I see people in danger? Yes. Would I fire upon people? Well, if the government says, Johnny, you might have to fire upon these people, then I'm going to have to do my job as a citizen. God, I don't want to. I'm asking God right now, Lord, I'm going to put this into your hands. I'm washing my hands of this. I don't want their, and they think it's a movie. It is, but I'm telling you folks, it's real. So I'm washing my hands of this. I don't care about a dang thing anymore. Stay out of my way. Stay out of my movie. Stay off of my movie production. And this whole town is my production. I've already put it on Facebook. I put it everywhere, even the LaGrange Community Town Facebook page. Stay off of my stuff. Quit stealing from me. Quit aggravating people around. Leave my family alone. Leave the people with disabilities alone around here. Go after these meth heads or people all tattooed up with 666 and they're just doing whatever. Right? Go after them. Leave the innocent alone because the innocent are tired of it. And there might be an Armageddon. Right? This might be coming true, folks. If you got the number of the beast 666 on your body or a tattoo of the devil or praising the devil, you might be in for a bad awakening. Whoever's been telling you it's okay has been lying to you folks. I don't know. They might take what I've been telling them serious now from what the people are saying. That might be how they're getting their intel. That might be how they're stealing our stuff. Is if it's true what the professionals are saying, even 2020, even Dateline reported on it. Well, then that guy must be the devil, and everybody marked with the number of the beast or the tattoo of the devil or some kind of a worshiping thing of evil. It might be evil. They're inside. To us, to the civilians, they're just tattoos. But to people that read the Bible, it's the mark of the beast. It's a rebellion against the Lord, from what I can tell. I don't know. I didn't write the Bible, folks, but you folks want to kill anybody that talks about it. I've noticed that too. Whenever I talk about what's in the Bible, people get pissed. And I'm like, I didn't write the Bible. I'm not Jesus. I'm not God. I didn't cause this. I'm just explaining to you what it means. But they don't want to hear it. They end up killing me or stealing, pillaging, raping, doing whatever. Now I'm under attack now. I can feel it now. Coughing and hacking. I don't know, but I'll tell you what, folks, straighten your crap up in this country. I can say that much because from what I hear, it ain't going to be much longer if we keep going like this. I think some of us will disappear. We'll go underground. And then something dramatically ungodly, horribly biblical will happen above ground. Why all the rich and powerful and people that have a half a brain are underneath the ground. So I don't know what to tell you. I think we pretty much found out who it is and where the mole is and where it's coming from. Right? We're getting psychological mind games played here in this little town. I told you, ever since they put up the 10 Commandments in town, it's been nuts. Literally, cuckoo. Literally cuckoo. Church people knocking on your door. That don't bother me. All you got to do is say, I'm not interested. I'm good with the Lord. You folks have a good day and carry on your way. Right? But people ain't calm and cool like me. They don't want people knocking on their doors. I don't blame them. They just want to be left alone. And what's funny is you can't even be left alone. They're labeling people now that want to get away from populations and civilizations, that don't want to be a part of the madness. Now they're trying to label them people as crazy. Right? Well, there's something wrong with them. They don't want to be around people. Do you blame them? I don't. Things were great with just Adam and Eve in the garden, wasn't it? Until someone else came along, spoiled everything. So, yeah, there you go. Government, if you want to use my videos for training experts to train these people, go right ahead. Same thing with the military and everyone else. If you want to use my videos to find out how to fight a war, how to lock down a country, just use my videos, because I got people saying, yeah, you should be running for president. Right? I know I should be, but I have a disability, and people would always question me. And that's what we're seeing right now in authorities. A lot of people died. Why? Because they questioned our opinions. They thought because we had disabilities that it was all in our heads. And it was real. And them people's death are on the police and the people that run this place, not me. And this town and neighborhood, not me. Yes, it was true. I'm sorry they could not get past that them people had a disability. Although they had a disability, they were telling the truth. And that's what happened, folks. It won't be happening too much longer because there are people coming in, volunteers, right? When people don't get the job done, people hire people to do jobs. Hell, they hired people to kill me. That's what happens when you struck a vein. Someone get a hold of Parker, Gold Rush, get him up here, get a water pick, bring the backhoes, struck a vein. Now, all this stuff on YouTube is the same thing, folks. scammers, scams, anything to make the money. 100,000. I don't know if that's true, Sab girl, but if it is there even a law against that? I'm not sure. Exploiting children and their deaths, maybe. I don't know. If it is true and she made that kind of money, I keep telling people I'm in the wrong business. Who knew? You just show a couple photos and charge people on YouTube money for photos. Hell, I would have been rich by now. Hell, they hacked my computer. Who knows? Now I gotta go. I got things to do. I gotta finish folding my laundry. I leave my camera going all night for my own protection, folks. I can give two craps what you people are doing out there. I really can. We got a problem in LaGrange. When are you going to wake up? Someone get a hold of Uncle Ted. He keeps telling me, call your congressman. Are you kidding me? Surround it. Get a hold of Pure, Michigan. We'll get a hold of down there in Tennessee, the good ones that are. We'll get a hold of people over there in Ohio. We'll surround it. It's corrupt, boys. Trump hit it right on the nail, and so did Bobby Kennedy. It's corrupt. And if we let it go, it'll corrupt everything. They're pushing sex on little children. Do you know when I was in high school, they didn't talk, they had sex education, but they didn't push it down your throat. You didn't have to take it. These days, they're pushing it down your throat. They didn't talk about transgenders. They didn't talk about this gay stuff in high school. When I went to high school, it was sex education. They taught about a man and a woman's body, and that's it. They didn't talk about the stuff they're talking about today in schools. We didn't even know what sex was until I was 14 or 15 years old. It wasn't talked about around children when I was growing up. That was something that the parents would say, shut your mouth, don't talk about that around the kids. They're pumping it full. And if you're around it 24/7, your children will become brainwashed to it. People just don't know. They really don't. I'm trying to warn them. I'm like, this is some serious. They are training killers right now at 8 years old. Child sex offenders. These are going to be the next child sex offenders, the next transgender gays, that they are pumping this info into their heads. Yeah. People are like, no, you got to be joking. Folks, I would not joke about my country, and I would not joke about my family, friends, children, people's lives in America of what is actually happening. Satan. Nothing to do with freedoms. Abomination to God. And they let it happen, and they're pumping it in. I can't lie. If I lied, I'd go to hell for agreeing with it. It's an abomination. I'm not going to kill anybody. I'm not going to hurt anybody. That's God's job or whatever. That ain't mine. But it's an abomination for me to say it's okay for a man to sleep with a man. That ain't right, folks. It ain't right. Kids on video with shirts off and naked jumping around and on camera on YouTube and all. It's not right. It ain't right, folks. What don't you folks understand? And you wonder why this country is in bad shape and people are, They opened it up to the devil. They opened it up to the devil. It is not right to tattoo the number of the beast on your body. You have the right to do it, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would not recommend it. I wouldn't recommend giving the devil any authority. I wouldn't recommend anything, even the Rolling Stones, sympathy for the devil. No, I don't think so. No, the Lord ain't friends with the devil. Show me where he's friends with the devil in the Bible. All these people come, well, the devil works for the Lord. I don't think so. Where are you people gone? It's no wonder they're going to blow up this country. Well, they're going to let you think that it's going to be a nuclear weapon, but it'll be chemical because I'm too old to be rebuilding buildings. Sorry. This has gone far enough. I've had enough myself. If we can't get protection, it's no wonder people are leaving America. It's no wonder the people are getting sick. They're using chemicals. They're using sicknesses. CV they used as a weapon. We had people here at this complex that knew it could kill people. And they were walking around without masks telling everybody to shut up and it's none of their business. They're right. And walking around without masks, coughing all over the place. And they knew that it could kill people that lived here and people can transmit it. Right? They knew that. Right there is they're trying to kill people. It is a terrorist cell. And then what do? They go into their politics. We're Republicans or we're Democrats, and it's our right to not wear a mask. You killed people. You had COVID. You spread it all around deliberately. People that were here could barely breathe, smokers, and everybody was told to wear a mask and stay in your apartments. And you people were out walking around, spreading it everywhere. Deliberately. Deliberately. If that ain't espionage, if that ain't terrorism, I don't know what is, folks. These people knew they can kill people with that sickness, and yet they went out around here and didn't do anything. Even after the office posted stuff in the lobby and everything, don't come out of your apartment without a mask and stay out of the lobbies, and this could kill people. And they didn't give a shit. They didn't give one crap. That's why Mr. Trump said it was an assault. Weaponized. They wrecked my career. They wrecked everybody's career. And they allowed it. And the same thing is going on YouTube with all the madness. And folks, I think we are very close to Armageddon. And I'm guessing 6 months, maybe 7 months out. And I don't see a change anywhere. YouTube's a madhouse. Everybody fighting to be top dog on YouTube. People striking people's channels just because they don't agree with what they say. They putting kids on YouTube and all this kind of stuff, and they're just looking to. It's madness. All right, folks, I'm getting off this thing. My voice is already going out. OCV did a number on all those folks. Eyes, ears, mouth, lungs, everything. right? Oh, well. I don't know what to say. You folks have a great day. Be safe. God bless everyone. Thanks, Debbie, for stopping in. Anyone else? What can we do? Not much. Sit back and let God handle it. God knows, right? Only God knows. Who knows? Only God, I guess. But we'll keep the camera rolling around here, and we'll keep weapons, and we'll keep protecting ourselves, right? I wish we didn't have to, folks, but we do. Don't worry about it. We'll push through it. God bless everybody. Amen. Keep an eye out for the Aurora Bora lights, which we should be able to see tonight if the clouds hold out. The Aurora Bora lights, or Borealis, or whatever they call it. Keep an eye out for them. God bless. We know I got a mole, right? We got moles. We got all kinds of stuff around here. Don't worry about it. We're on it. One person at a time. You know, a preacher that was in the military, that was a preacher during the war. He drove around people, right? Drove people around and prayed a lot and seen a lot of death and use. And he said something that one person at a time, Gary. So you can't take on the world by yourself. And he's right, I can't. So it's got to be one thing at a time for me. But like I said, and like I've always said, do I think the devil has got tattoos on him? Probably not. Right? He probably ain't that. I mean, he's dumb, but he ain't that dumb. Right? I think he's got pale blue covered. It's got to be a woman. That's what I'm thinking. It's got to be a woman. Maybe, it might be that old saying. There's no hell like a woman scorned. And that's what a lot of people are saying now is it's got to be a woman. Well, maybe. I don't know. It's got to be a male devil and a woman devil. Do I think they are marked? Probably not. But that's what I'm thinking. Vampire, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Don't worry. Cameras will be rolling. You folks have a good night. Be safe.